Joining me now to discuss is Utah Republican Congressman Burgess Owens, a member of the Transportation and Education Committees. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us.
And I'm looking forward to chatting with you for sure.
You as well, sir. So this week, Trump making multiple picks for his cabinet. Some a bit shocking to both sides in Washington, like Congressman Matt Gaetz for Attorney General, Fox News host Pete Hegseth for Defense Secretary. Sir, your thoughts on this?
Well, first of all, it's exciting to see this disruption and as we move forward. We have a government that's broken. It's a mess. Every piece of it is a mess. And we have people come in with new ideas, innovative ideas. And that's really what makes Trump so unique. He knows how to build. He knows how to build a business. He understands how to correct the ship. We've been trying to kind of eat away the edges for so long. And right now we have people who love our nation. They're not there. They're there for the right reasons to make sure our country moves forward. And sure. I'm excited about where we're heading off to. And it's going to be a good 2 to 4 years. So get ready, hold on to your seat, and get ready to rock and roll with President Trump.
But as for the picks, as for Matt Gaetz, what are your thoughts on him specifically?
Well, Matt is not a very popular guy because he's not very much of a team player. But at the end of the day, that might be what President Trump's looking for. What I have to do is trust that President Trump understands what he's trying to get done in the overall picture, even though many of us do not believe in the way that Matt works, the chaos he brings with him. But possibly in this position he's in right now, he might be the guy that can get it done. So I'm looking forward to seeing how it unfolds myself.
And we know Speaker Johnson says he wants to keep the White House ethics report on Gaetz sealed. In your opinion, Congressman, do you think it should be released to the public or at least to the committee, to the ethics committee?
I have a lot of trust in our Speaker, Mike Johnson. If Mike believes, or our Speaker believes that's the way it should be going moving forward, and I'm behind him 100%, for sure.
Thank you for that. Let's move on. You sit on the Transportation Committee. Some Americans affected by Hurricanes Milton and Helene, they feel forgotten by the government. Listen to what one North Carolina resident told our very own Brian Enton. Here's what they said.
There's times we don't get fresh meat because there's no way to keep it cold. Because you got to choose between heating the house with a generator, especially the ones who have kids, and keeping the food cold.
Wintertime's coming. These folks cannot be forgot about. Just because you don't see this on TV, it don't just go away. This is not going to go away for a long time. We got to get those folks out of those tents and in those FEMA campers. How's it going to happen?
How's it going to happen? You and your colleagues are demanding answers from FEMA for ignoring Florida victims who supported President-elect Trump. The FEMA administrator is set to testify next week. I am curious, Congressman, how does the agency hope to hold this person accountable?
Well, it's more than just one person. This is an ideology that believes in one simple thing: misery is a political strategy. This is what you're seeing right now. At the same time, if these were illegal aliens or illegal migrants, believe me, they would have all type of cushy opportunities to make sure they can make it through this tough times. So what we're looking at really is a heartless government, which is why we need to disrupt this. This is why we have so many different types of people being brought into this process. We've been going in this direction way too long, where the American people have not been first. We now are American first government process, our legislators. I'm excited about what it's going to look like, not only the House, Senate, but President Trump, but we the people now understand what it looks like, and they gave us a mandate. So these are the kind of things we're going to address. I'm hoping we can hold people accountable, not just firing them. If people are doing things purposely to hurt other Americans, they need to be held accountable in a criminal way. And once we get that done, then we'll start putting the right priorities in our government system for sure.
Congressman, I've been excited to talk to you because you have such an interesting perspective. You also sit on the Education and Workforce Committee. Trump has vowed to close the Department of Education during his campaign. I have to ask, are you concerned that that move would hurt lower income students in our country?
No, you can't hurt lower-income students the way that the Department of Education has already done. Keep in mind, in 2017, 75% of Black boys in the state of California could not read and write. We have literally illiteracy. We are the greatest country in the history of mankind, and yet we're at the very back of the metrics when it comes to success. So we need to get rid of the Department of Education. It was not a part of our Constitution. It was a deal made by Jimmy Carter and the unions, and our system has gone down ever since. And the ones that are getting hurt the most are those who don't have a choice to get into the better systems and to have meritocracy in this particular process. This is one of the most important national security issues we have in our day. If we do not get our kids learning how to think, critical thinking, how to work together, how to get into job situations, we're going to lose our country from within. So I'm excited about what President Trump is bringing to it. We're going to do everything we can in our education and workforce committee to support him and make sure we're disrupting the system we have presently in place.
There's two other men making headlines this week. I'm talking about Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy. They've been tapped to lead the government efficiency program. Of course, it's aimed at reducing government. I don't think any American would say that that's not needed in this country. But what are some examples of waste, in your opinion, that should be cut, Congressman?
Well, there's a number of, obviously, I'm in education workforce. We spend $67 billion per year on having buildings in D.C. that many of them are not filled right now where people come to work. We have not put in place any types of metrics of meritocracy. So when we talk about waste, just look at how much we're spending per child, probably the highest in the nation, and yet having the worst results. So every department can go through the same process. I'm excited about the fact we have men who understand the system. They're business owners. They understand how to make sure good things work, and return on investment is the right thing. So we're heading in the right direction with the right president who understands that our country's at threat, and I'm willing to do whatever I can, and as all our members are, to make sure we're supporting President Trump in every department, every oversight that we can have to make this all fall in place.
Well, let's move on to the Health and Human Services Department, where Trump is picking RFK. Now, the president-elect spoke about his decision Thursday night at Mar-a-Lago. I want to play a little bit of that for our viewers. I'll talk to you on the other side, Congressman.
Another one who's another great mind and a great guy and so popular, and I think he's right. He wants to make people healthy. And he was doing incredibly well, and he decided he can't do it, went independent. Now he's with us all the way. And today I nominated him for, I guess, if you like health and if you like people that live a long time, it's the most important position, RFK Jr. Bobby?
And we've been following RFK Jr. for a long, long time. Do you think he's qualified for the job?
Oh, absolutely. What does qualification mean? Well, first of all, having a passion, understanding the area that he needs to disrupt. This has been his mission. He wants to make sure our kids, our Americans, are healthy, and he's bringing to the plate conversations we have not had before. I would say this: what we're seeing here is disruption in such a positive way. People who don't need the job, but they're here because they love our country, they love our kids. They want to make sure that their legacy is make sure our country is a much stronger place when it's all said and done. This is a remarkable time, my friends. I just hope everybody holds on to the seat, recognize that we're blessed to be part of our country today, because there's never been a time where we had the American people, the House, the Senate, and the President that are together in terms of making sure our country moves forward in a positive way. And all these picks are going to make sure that happens. So, like I said, they're not going to like it, because disruption is always a very negative thing for people who like to keep status quo. Status quo is not working for our country. We're going to move forward, make sure the best in the history of mankind, and we can get that started in the next 2 to 4 years.
Well, you know, we will be following this very closely. Utah Republican Congressman Burgess Owens, thank you so much for your time, sir.
Thank you, Anna. All the best. Take care.